Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings today. The crisis in Ohanaeze and Igbo is getting deeper day after day, and John Mbata, who is a strong ally of Fubara, who incidentally was elected the President General of Ohanaeze and Igbo as a River Igbo, is in the face of the attack right now. And interestingly, he has been issued an ultimatum, and I don't know how he's going to handle it, because this is coming from River State movement, you understand? And unfortunately, it seems as though there is already crisis between Ikwere and the Ndibos based on what is going on. Now, the Rivers Restoration Movement, RRM, an interest group, has announced plan to stage peaceful protests in Abuja, Rivers, and at United Nations office across Nigeria. The protest aims to oppose the election of Senator John Mbata as President General of Ohanaeze and Igbo, the Apex Igbo Sociocultural Organization. Mbata, an Ikwere indigene from Rivers, was elected on Saturday, a move that sparked criticism from some of his kinsmen who argued that the Ikwere people are not ethnically Igbo. Speaking to journalists in Port Harcourt on Monday, RRM's Director General Johnson Joshua issued a 7-day ultimatum for Mbata to resign, warning of resistance from the Ikwere people if the demand was not made. According to academic he said, "We are outraged that the administration of Governor Fubara supported Mbata's election as Ohanaeze and Igbo President General purely for political reasons." He further emphasized that Ikwere are not ethnically Igbos and questioned why such an important position was given to someone allegedly outside the Igbo ethnic group. In his word, he says that the President General's primary duty is to represent the interests of all Igbo people within and outside Nigeria. Are the Ikwere people Igbos to justify Mbata as representing them? The answer is a resounding no. He noted that the Ikwere people have consistently rejected claims of being Igbo since the dissolution of the former Eastern Nigeria by General Yakubu Gowon's administration. Joshua will accuse Fubara's administration of trying to use ethnicity to destabilize the Ikwere people for political gain, vowing that the RRM will resist such attempt. In his word, he said former Governor Nyesom Wike, who is the political leader in Rivers State, worked tirelessly to maintain a 50-year political alliance between the Jos and Ikwere, which led to Fubara's election. This move undermines that bond and humiliates Rivers people by attempting to enslave the Ikwere. Josh will call on Governor Fubara to withdraw his congratulatory message to Mbata and urge the President General to step down within 7 days. He dismissed argument that Ikwere are Igbos based on linguistic and cultural similarities, citing examples from the United Kingdom where the Welsh and Scot, despite similarities, do not consider themselves English. The Director General also called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who also congratulated Mbata, the Nigerian police, the Department of State Services, and political leaders to intervene. According to him, he says, our founding fathers, such as Melford Akilo, Obi Wali, Chief Bidike Wonodi, and other great Ikwere leaders will be turning in their graves by this development. This injustice transcends party affiliation. It concerns the people of Rivers State and their independence within the Nigerian state. He urged all true sons and daughters of Rivers to speak out against what he called an injustice. The news agency of Nigeria gathered that the rejection of Mbata, an ally of Fubara, may stem from political dispute between Wike and Fubara. Sources suggested that the Wike's camp view Mbata's election as a political strategy designed to weaken Wike's influence among his Ikwere kinsmen. This issue is triggering another thing entirely. I may not be in the middle of this, but from all indication, it seems as though this particular thing is going to tear apart everything that makes Ikwere who they are. And these bodies that are coming up, though they are not very renowned, But having that kind of audacity to give a mandate or give ultimatum to someone like Senator John Mbata, who had received congratulatory message from the president of Nigeria, from other key stakeholders like Peter Obi, Fubara, and the likes, for him to be threatened to resign is something that for me is far beyond just the ethnic difference, but it seems as if there's a smell of political affiliations with it. My colleague is in the house, and I just want you to talk about this. What's your position? What's your permutation based on what has been happening thus far ever since Mbata assumed that position? Now, the IPOB say that Okuku is the right person, who is a River Igbo. Azuta here, he's not just getting it funny because he's been lambasted from the Kwere people and even from IPOB. Everybody seems not to really accept him. Do you think that there's a political undertone to this?
The truth is, let's start with the fact that there's been a lot politically with River State. Of course, anything that has to do with Fubara or any of Fubara's ally, Wike is an astute politician who would use anything and everything. And don't forget that Wike, even as a person, had actually rejected being an Igbo man. Mm-hmm. So with Azuta coming in to become Ohanaeze Igbo President General, he would bring everyone who doesn't want to see themselves as Southeasterners or from Igbo. And he has quite a number that we believe come in that same stand. He would easily align with them, tell them the consequences of probably being subjected, quote unquote, to being an Igbo person or being an Igbo affiliation, having an Igbo affiliation. And with that, all he needs to do is, can you speak? I can give you money, speak. But then again, it could also be that this is not also coming from Nyesom Wike. It could be this has to do with people's heritage, it has to do with their belief system, has to do with them. Forget politics now. So it may be a thing of survival here now. It's no longer a thing of politics. I would have thought as a person that when you want to go into something this sensitive, they should have together look into it. Will the people accept the idea of a Riverian being Ohanaeze Igbo? Mm-hmm. Judging the fact that before he emerged, there have been issues on that where the likes of Nyesom Wike denied being an Igbo person, but rather that the old Eastern region is now defunct. Mm-hmm. What we have now is South and Southeast, and he is from South, and nobody should push him to become a Southeasterner. All of that should have been brought into consideration. But then again, we still have that constitutional right, freedom of association. If he says he's an Igbo man from Ikwere, then that means we are looking at some persons in the same Ikwere that may not also be Igbo men. And it's going to be a bit dicey. But, literally calling out John Mbata to resign, that's a joke taken too far.
Wow, this is serious, a joke taken too far. But however, let's wait to see how he will be able to unite the front, because I think that this whole issue has some traces to some persons. Time will unveil all of this. Let's be the conversation and talk more on this. Thank you very much.